They Are Here is a demo and free prologue section about two different people experiencing alien abductions as a teaser to a full game. The demo is available on itch.io. Atmosphere. The demo manages to nail apprehension really well, with the classic farmhouse being an eerie setting for alien activity. It's foreboding and you already know something bad is going to happen from the moment you arrive. The game alludes to be a simple interview, but the person you're interviewing has already left and now you're alone. There are some moments where the game is too eager to show something and lights in the sky hang over the farmhouse immediately, which goes against the subtlety, but it doesn't take long to build it back up again as you explore the house. At a certain point the activity is impossible to ignore and the tension and dread reaches a dizzying high, with the sound design really playing tricks on you in the darkness. The demo's atmosphere is brilliant and makes up for its missteps. The prologue burns slower and its build-up doesn't quite reach the same level as tension, with it mostly being you witnessing something and walking through the woods. It's still tense, but it's nowhere near as good as the demo. That's one Harry Mason.
Yo, Mager, this is Michael Anderson. I report radiation detected. Counter indicator is average.
Scares. Both the prologue and the demo are very heavily scripted, with it being a linear series of events that you're following through. But it's so well done, with some immaculate timing on both parts, that it feels really natural. The scripted events in the demo are far more terrifying though, from the shocking moment the lights all go out to the feeling that something is in the house with you. It nails that sensation that only alien abduction horror can do, that the real enemy is lurking above you and you don't really know where to go or what to hide from, or if that would even work. The demo does a brilliant job of making you think that there's something there and shows you the bare minimum. It ends up with a jump scare and it's thoroughly terrifying throughout. The prologue again fares less well, but it has its own tricks, with the radar marker showing you where to go through the woods, but near the end of the prologue it shows several other blips on the map that you can't see, and it ends with a very similar jump scare. The only criticism I have is how eager both of them are to show a giant alien mothership floating around, which happens in both scenarios, and whilst it's impressive, it wasn't really frightening to see and it did feel a little cliche. But otherwise, they're both pretty good. The demo really does a lot more than the prologue though. That's two Harry Masons.
Michael Anderson, follow protocol.
Sound design. The prologue has some eerie ambiance, which is mostly just distorted metallic drones, and the demo uses something similar, but has a rhythmic drum beat to signify alien activity, which in the 10-minute experience really leaves an impact. The sound effects are pretty realistic, with the alien noises being incredibly unsettling and unnatural. There's some voice acting in the prologue that's sometimes a little off, but it's more of a dialogue problem with lines that military experts probably wouldn't say that detracts from the realism, as real as it could be. But other than that, the sound design in both are pretty good. That's three Harry Masons. Gore. There's talk of alien abduction-related surgery, which is pretty classic in the medium, but being able to pick up the implant the farmer claims to have removed from his ear is pretty gnarly. Other than that, there's not much gore in the demo. The prologue has one section with a deer with odd growths, and that's about it. It goes in some interesting directions, but never overdoes it. That's four Harry Masons. Story. The demo starts with a news reporter arriving at a farmhouse to interview a farmer on the recent alien activity over his land, and the prologue is a military personnel responding to a UFO. There's not much story in the prologue whatsoever, and it feels predictable from the start. And there's a lot of great writing in the demo, but it's a little immersion breaking how the events prior to your character's arrival are just told through notes the farmer wrote as he ran away in fear. The contents of the diaries themselves are good though, if a little cliche, making the final score 4 out of 5 Harry Masons. It's nice to see alien abduction related horror game that really gets most of what you'd like to see right. There are some cliche moments that come with the territory, but it's an underutilized genre in my opinion. Again, I'd like to remind you the whole thing is down to my opinion in horror games. If you don't share this opinion, then that's cool, I get it. I'd like to point out that whilst I was taken by the Grey Ones, I didn't go without a fight and advise you don't either. There will be more horror reviews in the pipeline, and thanks for watching. Always go check out Bumps in the middle of the night. Peace.